Oh, there's so many. Okay, I'm gonna start some music. This is pretty nice. Not made by me, made by Rustage. So don't copyright me. I love this song. What? Okay. Subscribe to Rustage for making this awesome song. It's epic. I'm actually currently watching One Piece. I'm like on episode 20, 30. I'm not very far. Don't judge me though. Okay. Please load. Okay. Got it. So I'm supposed to pick 5 of these. Okay. I think I'm gonna do student 1, student 2. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Student 4, student 5, and student 9. They seem pretty interesting. So we start with student 1. Student 1, ELA, Born a Crime, narrative essay. I look myself in the mirror. Get out of here. But the music isn't even playing. Play please, play please, play please, play please. Like, I'm not even gonna loop the song. I'm not able to say all of them, but none of these songs are made by me. I currently only have one song, and that's my outro. So, please, I might need to change my Wi-Fi.
Okay, it is time to stop talking.
Okay.
Stop talking.
There's no audio from the other. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I look myself in the mirror hard. Hi, I'm Sebastian, I say to myself for the 15th time. I sigh and flop on my bed. I look at the list of boy names on my computer. What the heck? I think to myself, why does this matter so much? I got called a boy by the checkout lady at a candy shop a few weeks ago. The word circle around my head, it was the first time I'd ever been called a boy. Who wrote this? And I was shocked at how amazing it made me feel. That night, I loved sleeping behind, instead choosing to spend the night searching up what I read that wrong. Searching up what that may mean. What trans was. A few hundreds of am I trans quizzes in hopes of figuring this out. Who am I? Asked for the millionth time. This was the first time I'd really questioned this. I'd always been Elena? That's a weird name. I see why you want to change it now. The quiet bookroom, modest, good grades girl. Stereotype? That's who I am expected to be. That's what people think I am. That's who I am. Or maybe I was. I curl on my side and begin to cry. What being funny, I'm being weird. Maybe I'll never know who I am. Maybe this is a phase. Why is everything changing? Why is this so hard? Who do others want me to be? How do I want me to be? Who am I? His name is Elena. I remember to myself, he is my brother. He is so cool. Can you give that to him? Why does this make me so happy? I couldn't be a boy. I'm a girl. I was born a girl. And otherwise until now. This went on for months. I came out via phone calls and texts to my friends. Scared to tell anyone, even though I knew they probably wouldn't hate me. What I was scared of was that this was a face. I'm reading this so wrong. Now after a year of knowing who I am, finding out my name, and having the courage to be myself, even though it brings me pain and hardship. I'm sure of who I am. Sebastian Alexander Blue Romano, son, brother, bookworm, boy, and I will not change for anyone. What is that name? This is still blue because that's a baby boy color. The identity marker I chose is trans or transgender. I am transgender, born female but really a male. To me, this means that I just have more steps to complete than others to be a guy, including figuring it out in the first place, which is really difficult because people often don't believe you when you tell them you had to figure it out yourself rather than have it told you. It is a big part of my identity because it changes a lot of things about how I used to think of myself in a lot of ways and how people think of me. Okay. One day, I hope to be able to live as a man, regardless of being trans or not. I often realize I talk about being trans a lot, which sometimes annoys people who don't share the same experience. But to me, it proves to show that how much it affects how I used to think of myself, even though I've known and been out of the closet to friends for over a year. Being trans affects me a lot, and it makes it very difficult to do things and to be in some places. But I'm happy I know who I am and that I'm no longer stuck in the cloudy, confusing world of the in-between, the place between knowing who you are and not. I feel like there's several dominant narratives around being trans, which is the identity marker that I chose. How many times are you going to say that? The most common one, at least from my perspective, is that being transgender is a choice. A lot of people who don't have the same experience as trans people do often think that it is a choice to be transgender. So I want to analyze and talk about. Being trans is a word to describe the feeling and journey you go through when your physical sex doesn't align with your true gender identity. No. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not saying it's wrong, but that's you're a kid. Just you're a kid. Just wait until you're an adult. When people think being trans is a choice, to me it seems childish. You're a child to assume anyone would lie about being trans for personal gain, or simply choose it. It is straining, difficult, and it can cause you or people around you to want to end your life. What? While some people might think they're trans because of a mental illness or personal reasons, that doesn't make a choice. You're just depressed because somebody called you a boy. That doesn't mean you are one. I can understand how people who aren't trans can think this, but it's nothing more than a stereotype and an untrue one at that. I chose to talk about this because I'm trans, and it relates to things I've heard people talk about, and that I have said to me. What? That I have said to me? What? I've had conversations with people who've thought these things, and I understand that it is a misunderstanding or stereotype that a lot of people have or believe, and I thought it would be good to analyze it. I think that my story challenges this narrative. I don't think that anyone's experiences with being trans can support this narrative, as it is untrue. I do not choose to be trans. Nobody can. I realize that I am really a man through experience and emotion, just as is told in my story. I did not choose this. It simply is. You chose to go through that because somebody called you a boy. It's a simple mistake. Listen to the music and learn something.
Not on topic. Okay. You have nothing with
Wait, I'm stupid. You are
Jaden, be quiet.
Chris. Look, we go. Okay, we're on student 2. Well, the art is hardest. Ever seen him stop? Let's get this, got it. What? What is going on? I'm a circus performer. This is incredibly important to who I am as a person, as this has been a major influence on me. It is probably one of the most valuable, long-lasting experiences I have had. I've been one ever since I was in preschool at the age of 4, and I still am, and plan on continuing to be one. And even after I'm done, I will have the memories and experience from all those years. This is why being a circus performer is so important to me and who I am, because it has been an important and large part of my life. When I've told people that I'm a circus performer, a common response I have gotten is, "Oh, you're a clown?" And the answer is no. When people think of the circus and the performers, they would think of lion tamers, clowns, ringmasters, high wire workers, and other things like that. I know my teacher probably wrote this. And they made, this is ELA, English Language Arts, and they made a spelling error that set up a tent and dazzle the crowd like you see in movies. So you could say, based on what we have heard, that a common story or belief of what a circus and its performers are like. It is traveling band and performers that set up a big tent and dazzle the crowd with all different kinds of acts. My story contradicts this dominant narrative. to the force. While my circus that I perform at does have guns and high wire walkers and ringmasters and such, we don't perform with animals of any sort. We also don't travel or turn stationary yet. That's pretty cool. And oddress. And who I am as a performer also contradicts this, but I do practice my skills to perform in dazzle. I'm a juggler and unicyclist, not a clown. That's what clowns do. And it's not all about learning things to dazzle, it is also about learning tricks and skills and showing people how far you have come, how hard you have worked, and how amazing you can be. It's about showing others what you learned, and that anyone can do those things. Cool, honestly, I don't care. Only how I know my teacher wrote this is so good of a song. It's the same format here as the last one. Sorta. Okay. Anyway, as I said previously, I have been a circus performer since I was very young. My siblings had done it before me, and now it was my turn. I perform and take classes at Circus Juventus. Huh? I have gone through a lot of classes, but the first class I took was for young children, and it was called toddlers. That's what old babies are called. Like 3 years old, you're a toddler. What we learned in that class was how to cooperate and work as a team, and how to be a performer and what it was like. We learned over a lot of classes there. We tried an array of simplified acts. We practiced warm-ups, flexibility, and other skills. And other skills that we would use later as a future student. I learned some names of staff members and had a great time performing during the swing show. But the time came for me to age up. What? Who says that? You go to the next levels. You go to the next level, kinders. You're a kindergartner. It was basically the same class, just a higher level. After that, I was able to choose other classes that I was of age for. I tried aerials with side-by-side, trapeze, and I worked on balancing globes. Huh? Well, those things. I worked on some acrobatics and mini vault, trampoline, and then I was finally able to go into my current favorite classes, unicycle. I had been working on riding one for a while now, and it was very hard. It is a mixture of balance, speed control, speed control, and coordination. It's supposed to be come up further, and coordination, and there's a lot of, oh my god. Let me out.
Okay, now I need you to take your Post-it notes and put your essays in order from first place, the best essay, to fifth place, the
I'm not done.
essay. Just move your Post-it notes. Put one on the left.
To successfully learn how to ride a unicycle, I was taught that it took a total of 100 hours before you get good at it. That's a long time. I worked. I learned a total of 100. Oh, that is stupid.
tracking the special buttons in the back. If you can please move that.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, so that it took a total of 100 hours before you got good at it. That's a long time. I worked and worked for hours in class, and every single time I would fall off my unicycle. Every time I fell off and
Criteria.
I fell off, I hated it, and it would hurt. Oh.
Success criteria means these are things that
Oh,
you will want
okay.
to have in your essay
Bye-bye.